Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism. Sorry for a slight delay there. Good morning, good morning. How are we? Just made coffee appropriately. Cheers, Rita. I've got McDonald's has made my coffee this morning. Old Ronald, I went and saw him. I said, Ronald, give me some of that black stuff. And he gave me a pint of Guinness. And I was like, no, not that, you filthy day drinker. Ronald McDonald's is a filthy day drinker. That's how this stream's starting. How are we doing? Oh, I just need to write on. Sorry, a bit of a rush morning. Xander didn't wake up till late, so he's just gone to daycare and I've ran back. And normally I get like half an hour to get a few chores done around the house, empty the dishwasher, let the dog out, all that sort of stuff. And then I get to sit down and plan the day. But I haven't had time this morning, so I'm catching up. And there was an email for a game. A new game that I wanted to have a look at on the channel. Where are you? Was that it? Nope. That's junk. Where are you? Is it that one? There we go. So I'm gonna write that on my board so I do not forget it. What's the game called? Write things on there because I have the memory of a gnat, and I have a big board next to me with all the things I need to do, including games to play. So that's that game. That was it. Okay, cool. Right, how are we doing, folks? Sorry about that. I've got a work meeting this afternoon. Staff restructure. See if I still got a job tomorrow. I hope it goes well, Maxine. I'm sure you have. Awesome. 6 AM here in California. I've not slept. Oh no. Sup rooms. Go and get some kip. Just got my cuppa nice. Yes, there is a lot of that going around now. I hope everyone is safe and well and working as best as they can. I'm sure it'll go fine. Looking for something to watch while working on my script. I was so happy to see your live streaming. Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, we're going to be live streaming at this time every weekday. Apologies for not streaming yesterday. I know we're like one day into the new schedule. Basically, I had an event. I had a digital event that I can't talk to you about, but that's exciting because it's been a while since I've had one of those. So yeah, but that was really good fun. It did mean I wasn't able to stream, I'm afraid. What else have I got to tell you in the world of Jonti? Let's bring up the chat so we can chat before we dive into the game. I finished another paint job. I painted a green slad. Let's see. We're gonna have to do the webcam thing, aren't we? Hold on. Properties. We can turn autofocus off, and then we can bring him up and go. Woo. There we go. So this is a little green slad. He's a pretty large reptilian creature from Dungeons and Dragons. Slads actually come in multiple sort of shapes and sizes, various different colours. Green is like a middling one, I suppose. The green ones then become grey and black eventually, but the green one is the first. Fully sentient of the slads, I believe, so they wear a bit of armor and can throw a fireball there, as you can see. But really quite happy with it turned out. I'm actually more impressed with his back than his front. I tried to get like a, let me see if I can focus on that. Tried to get like a cracked leather effect for his skirt there, for his little sort of togery type thing, and I think that's turned out really quite well. And I'm really quite happy with the detail on his on the skulls there. Ooh. And then the green, the reason I've painted this guy is because at the game chamber, which is where I've been making videos regarding miniatures and stuff, we're doing a sponsorship with AK, which is a company that make paints. And they brought out a new line of paints in these sort of boxes that cover things. So this is the Orcs and Green Stuff box, and it's basically a set of 6 greens. So that was the idea. We paint, so all the green on this guy is painted using that box, and then all the other bits or whatever else I'd had got going. But yeah, I'm really happy with him. I think he's the best thing I've painted, and I definitely feel like every time I paint something, I've got a little bit better. So I always keep this guy to hand. who is the first thing I ever painted, and he's basically got like 2 colours on him, and he's shiny. So what I do is I often sort of, if I don't think like I've done a very good job or whatever, I pull him up and then pull whatever I've painted up, and I can see a pretty decent difference. So I'm happy about that. It's about 2 months of painting. This is the first thing I ever painted, pretty much. Oh no, I painted the Groot first, but he actually came out pretty well. So, there we go. Right then, I still like that mini. Oh, I mean, I love him, and I'll always have him to remember how crap I was. Let's have a look. Right then. Great Overcrowd video, thank you. Yeah, well, there'll be some more of that later today, I think. But for now, let's jump in to... Currently stuck at home on bed rest, loving your content, keeping my whole family happy. Oh, Alexia, I hope you feel better. It's not nothing serious. Simply Savannah, love your videos. Yes, Simply Savannah makes awesome Planet Zoo content. Are the paints expensive? No, not particularly. So here's the kind of paint. Here's the paints that I use. So this Orcs box was $29 Canadian. So what's that about? $20 American, regular dollars, I guess. And that's for 6 paints. So that's pretty good. They work out about $3 or $4. Normally what I do now is I just buy individual paints as I need them. So this is a Citadel. This is the Warhammer range. There's pregnancy. Oh, well, that's a good reason to have bed rest. Get plenty of rest and make sure everyone runs around after you, Alexia. So these are about $4 each, I guess. And then another brand I like is Vallejo. And again, those are about $4 or $5. They're all about $4 or $5. And then sometimes the washes and stuff are a little bit extra. So this is called Druki Violet, I think. Yeah, Druki Violet. So these are washes, and there's a few other technical paints and washes that are a little bit more expensive. But no, for the most part, you're talking like $5, $10. If it's something you wanted to get into and try, most of the paint brands do like a little set with like 10 to 15 paints and maybe even a starter brush to get you going, you know. But no, for the most part, it isn't a particularly expensive hobby, because I mean, I haven't gone through a single tub of that paint now. You build up a collection of paints pretty quickly without realising, oh god, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can see, like, yeah, there's paints there, there's paints there, there's paints there. There's a little secret there, I don't know whether it can be read on the screen. I got a little toy that I thought would be fun. Indy, you get in your bed, baby. Go on your bed. Go on that bed. Go on. No, come over here for cuddles. Go to your bed. Wonder if you go and get this Airfix metal paint. Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't use those. But yeah, they're like people who make planes and tanks and stuff. Yeah, that stuff is still very popular. Yeah, definitely. So here we go. We've been working on our Australia area, sort of Aboriginal style Australia area. Yesterday we did this bridge here, nice sort of centerpiece. Pretty happy how that came out. And then I suppose Humbrol, yeah, Humbrol do railway. So yeah, railways, trains and tanks and all that. A bit of a different hobby, really. There's a little bit of crossover, mostly with the terrain side of things. So if you're making models for wargaming or Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and you're making yourself some terrain, you know, some hills or whatever, you might use some products that sort of cross over, things like Flock or you know, lots of sort of texture paints and things like that. But yeah, could you do a video on Game Chamber that explains how the terrain and prop stuff works for gameplay? I'm just getting interested because of your videos, but I have no idea how it's played. Well, that's interesting, Chris, because it really depends on the game, actually. And what we try and do at the Game Chamber is make terrain that can work for lots of different games. But for instance, with Warhammer, which is probably one of their biggest games, especially the 40k, Warhammer 40k, terrain is mostly used to block line of sight. There's a few other things it can do, but the main thing is that it's used to block line of sight, so you have to get around the terrain. But then other games, such as Crisis Protocol, which is the Marvel miniatures game, the characters can pick and throw the terrain. Like Hulk can pick up a building and throw it, you know. And I'm pretty sure Magneto's going to be able to throw metal-based stuff around, you know, so that's pretty excited. Jonti streaming, and I just got negative for my coronavirus test. Best birthday ever. Awesome, Dylan. Congratulations. Happy birthday as well. I've been wanting to get into D&D, but I don't know where to start. Help me. Zinix, I would really suggest trying to find somebody who plays it. I couldn't imagine how you would do it otherwise, honestly. But there are certain looking for group websites and Discord groups and stuff. But I wouldn't even know where to begin, honestly. You kind of need a friend to walk you through it. I really do feel that. Right then, I don't know what to do today. I feel like let's have a little think about koalas, because this area isn't enthusing me much right now. So we're going to come over here and maybe start planning out where the koalas go. All right, so what I do want to do is we've got these sort of large viewing areas here that look down onto them a little bit, but I also want like a snuggy, like low down viewing area, kind of like what we did over here. You know, like a real sort of snug little hidey hole to see the bongos in. So something like that I feel would be fun for the koalas too. So I'm probably going to put that in here and then probably work from there, really. So try listening to D&D, but yeah, D&D podcast's not a bad idea. Maybe I don't know whether necessarily I'd recommend Critical Role as a good example of what D&D is, because I think that's a bit more focused on it's very focused on narrative, and I think he's probably slightly scripted in some ways as well, so it's probably not the best example. But maybe Dimension 20, that's pretty good. They're all good. There's loads of good. Not Another D&D podcast is very good. It's very funny. The big problem with a lot of them is that they're all on like episode 670 million, and you know, where do you start? So that can be tricky. Okay, they're going to come this way. There we go. I'll make a little area there for a viewing spot. Yep. Good. Little scared and skittish, but so cute. I find it hard to leave them alone. I just want to cuddle them. Oh, those two ratties. They're so gorgeous. Nicola used to keep rats when she was a kid. I never had them. I think they're fantastic, though. So I don't really know where that line's going to go. So for now, I'm just going to leave it there. Second one, I've been playing PC on the same time. Not at all, Tyler. That's what I pretty much always do. I've always got somebody on in the background. That rotwork is calling me out on my rubbish. No, keep it up. Rotwork just takes time. I've been watching a hell of a lot of Matt Colville lately, who's a D&D channel. He's advice for Dungeon Masters channel, and I find him really fun, and he's very genuine and very knowledgeable and very self-aware. I like his stuff a lot. What I mean by self-aware is he very rarely produces a topic and says this is the correct answer. He produces a topic and says this is how I do it, and that might not be right, but this is what I'm going to share with you, you know. And it's very much a give and take, you know. There's a lot of good advice in the comments and stuff as well. You're going to do any content to Prehistoric Kingdom? As soon as I get hold of it, yes. There are already a few videos on the channel of Prehistoric Kingdom in an early version. But yes, plan is that I probably won't be doing any you know, like hypey videos or something, because I kind of feel like I got myself into a bit of rut with those with Planet Zoo, basically making a video every time Frontier sneezed. So I'm calming down a little bit on that kind of content. So yeah, when the game's out, we'll play it. If it's good, we'll keep playing it. If it's not so great, we won't play it. And that's kind of how I'm working. That's kind of how I'm working with stuff at the moment. I'm trying not to get too invested in any single game. I know from a views and numbers point of view, that's not the best thing to do. You know, it's better to really sort of focus in on one game. But I just find it really burns me out, and I start to resent the games that have garnered me success. So I'm going to go for the slow grow. We're going to play stuff that we have fun with. And if that's your sort of thing, you can watch it. And if it's not, you don't have to watch it. And that's it, really. I know that wasn't really what you were asking. You were asking whether Prehistoric Kingdoms comes to the channel, which the answer is yes, but not until they give me a playable version of it. I hope that's an acceptable answer. Haven't had rats in years, never hairless. Oh yeah, one of them's hairless. Looks amazing. Looks like a little ball sack. I think it looks adorable, but let's be honest, they look like little ball sacks. I'm feeling really static about being able to have some again. It's lovely. Good deals on used Switch games too. Help me save a ton of dollars. Oh, that's a good idea. You're talking about being excited for Cyberpunk. Are you excited for the other non-creative games? I'm pretty pumped for Watch Dogs Legions. Yeah, Watch Dogs I always felt it's probably better now, but I remember the first one being a bit of a letdown. Actually, I imagine they've probably come on a lot, but yeah, I remember the first one being a little bit like basic GTA with some weird little mini games when you had to go and hack and stuff. So, but yeah, I imagine the new ones are better, but yeah, no, not really. Cyberpunk's probably the only thing that's really enthusing me right now. There's other like creative games or tycoony type games I'm looking forward to in the future. Quite a few, but yeah, Cyberpunk's the only one that's I think I'm actually going to sort of get and sit and play. Will you release plenty of videos? Just streams for now. Do you think we'll get a Planet Zoo anniversary update? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to sort of stand back a little bit from it all and just try and enjoy myself and get a bit of a love for making the videos and playing the games again, which I haven't really had for a while now. Hence, there not being much content on the channel. But yeah, we'll get there. I like when you play lots of different games rotating through better than getting heavily into one game. Yes, it's the idea as well, Chris. Unfortunately, it doesn't work great from a YouTuber point of view, mostly because YouTube doesn't know what you are. YouTube struggles to know who to share you to because you're playing a little bit of everything. Whereas that's why you'll often find bigger YouTubers will really settle into one game either indefinitely. Like you look at some of the City Skylines players, sort of slogging on with that game after 10 years or whatever it is, or you get them sort of shift between, a few games that do well. So if you look at people like, I think Animal Crossing was a really great example of that. Most of the Animal Crossing players, almost the big Animal Crossing players, are no longer playing Animal Crossing. So people like Abdullah Smash, Austin John Plays. They came along, they played it for a bit, they got burnt out, and they went away again. But that's fine because for that 6 months, YouTube has known to show them to people who want to see Animal Crossing, and then they start the cycle all over again with whatever the next game is. So, is there a date for Evil Genius 2 yet? No, just next year. I mean, obviously that is my number one excited game right now, but yeah, I think we just know 2021, or maybe we know like Q1 2021 or something like that, I guess, but I don't know. Animal Crossing is just so easy to get burnt in. Yes, yeah. A couple of people make separate channels as well. Yeah, there is that, but then you're starting all over again. And you find that was a lot more common when monetization was easier to get hold of. Like now monetization is really quite tricky to get started with the whole 4,000 watch hours and stuff. Now, if you've got an incredibly established channel, like 1 million subs or whatever, you can pretty much guarantee that you'll hit that on the new channel just from your fans going over to watch it. But yeah, difficult channel. Like, I mean, I've got nearly 100,000 subscribers on this. With Game Chamber, we're at something like 450 subscribers and about 500 hours of watch time. So we're half of the way there sub-wise, and we're an eighth of the way there watch time before we can even monetize the channel. Now, there isn't such a big focus for us because the main focus really is that the Game Chamber is a store. It sells products, and the channel is part of its advertising budget. So, it isn't that much of a focus to get the channel monetized, but it would be nice. But yeah, it's tricky to do now. What's the mulch stuff called? Is it called mulch? Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Time is it in Canada? Oh, well, different times. Here in Canada, it's 9:25 in the morning, but it can go to 10:25 on the East Coast or like 6:25 West Coast, I guess. What do you do when you run out of planets of inspiration? Do you just wait it out? So I've hit a bit. Yeah, 100%. Just don't touch the game. And I still don't, because I have been like that for a while. I still don't think I'm fully back yet, honestly. Which is why we're streaming more than making videos. Because streaming, you can get away with placing down 6 rocks and a bit of mulch. But you can't really do that in a video. So I'm kind of doing this as a way to kind of dip my toe again. And also it's nice to come and chat with you folks, you know. But yeah, I find the best thing to do for burnout is just to don't try and force it and step away. Older in Quebec. Can you speak French? If you can speak French, Quebec is a beautiful place, and you'll do well there. But you gotta speak to French. Can you hear that? Fire engines here are so obnoxious. Like, I know they're doing a good thing, but geez, they're noisy. There we go. It's creative for games like this come back as quickly as it goes. It completely depends. Creative block is a very strange thing, and I haven't really suffered from it before, but I have been suffering from it, and I believe still am suffering from it for about 6 months now. Genuinely, I've had pretty bad creative block, and some places I've been able to move forward with it. Like I think the game chamber stuff we've done has been really quite creative, just because it's so different for me, you know. But yeah, as far as like games like this go, I've just really struggled to be making fun things. And do a few of these just to kind of break up those sort of obvious lines that are there. I mean, obviously we're going to be putting plants down as it'd be less noticeable, but just where we can. There we go. Well, I missed some chat here now. What do you do when you run out of play? Yeah, just take a break. Speaking of content creation, do you have a good advice whom I could watch to learn video editing? I don't actually. I don't have like a go-to video editor. What I normally do is if I have a specific thing that I want to do, I just Google it and watch a video I find that accomplishes what I wanted. I don't actually have like a video editing channel that I would recommend. I'm sure there's good ones out there, but no, for the most part, I just dip in and out depending on the sort of stuff I want, unfortunately. I would sit there staring at an empty map. Just close it down and play something else. Just crazy video for games, can't get around to that one. Recently got Tuber Hospital, having so much fun. Do you still play that game at all? I'm not currently playing it, but it looks like we've got a new DLC on the way, because their Twitter has been filled with new characters and stuff, like an artist or something. So I'd be really surprised if that's how they're announcing a new game. Although I do think it's about time 2 Point started announcing a new game. But yeah, I believe it looks like a new 2 Point Hospital DLC, and we always pop back for the DLC for a little. So yeah, we'll probably come back to it soon. I want to go all digital on my new Switch. What's the best size is micro SD card? I have a 256GB in my Switch. Lite at the moment. The Switch Lite will be given to my mom. 256 is pretty good. I mean, you can go as big as you like, really, as long as you're willing to pay for it. I got back into playing Zoo recently via franchise mode. I didn't play it much at launch because it was so bugged. Now I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's definitely smoother now. Your plan to run so smooth. I need to figure out how to upgrade my computer. Not tech enough to build my own. Oh, it's dead easy, Danny. If you're willing to upgrade one, you're willing to build one. It's basically Lego these days. There's so many videos online that will tell you how. Honestly, anyone could build a computer, I would argue. There we go. What's your favourite animal in Planet Zoo? Sorry, Jake. The amount of times that question's been out, I don't have an answer. I don't really care that much about the animals. Sorry. Do you plan to do any more content with Bandit? We've got no plans for doing like a series or anything like this. That's for no other reason than neither of us are particularly invested in any games right now. Me and Bass Bandit are good friends. We talk most days, and we play Dungeons and Dragons together, and so yeah, we're close, and we do some fun stuff together. But at the moment, no plans for a series at all. No. Good question though. Just built a new series. It was fun. I ended up with a really tidy build, which is new for me. There you go. I need to do some cable management on mine. It's both inside and outside the box. It's an absolute mess right now. Right, Oceana. Let's see what trees we've got here. Is there a game you're waiting for? Evil Genius 2. Looking forward to. That's it. Yeah, there's not so much now, but then stuff comes along. Like I say, I got an email today about a game that I'd never heard of that's in a demo for the next week. So most likely we're going to come and play some of that. So yeah, it's you know, stuff just comes along and turns up, and then you end up having a load of fun with it. Like I wasn't really particularly planning on ever covering Overcrowd again for no other reason than I kind of forgot about it. And then I got an email from the guy and was like, listen, we're going into full release. And I was like, yeah, great, let's give it a go. And I had a blast playing it yesterday. So, you know, most likely we'll come back to that for a bit. So, you know, sometimes I'm looking for stuff, and then other times stuff just comes along. And either way is fine. Oh, that's a nice colour, isn't it? Look at that. Now I'm going to do these separately so they look really planted. What's up with your ears, puppy? You got gunky ears again. She gets terrible gunky left ear. Oh, I love you start playing Overcrowd again. Thanks, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be nice once we get into a bit more of like an open level. Obviously, working my way through the first few to kind of refresh. Well, first refresh the memory, but then also, you know, it has changed quite a bit as well, which is great. So. It's kind of a bit of both, really. I kind of love this stuff. I want this to really look like a purposefully planted area, you know. A little wild, maybe, you know, but for the most part, somebody came in here at one point and put bushes down here to grow, you know, grasses and all that kind of thing. Maybe do like a small flower bush. I do like this cordite. I'm going to put one of them there. Like yeah, this stuff. Yeah, here we go. Medium. Yeah, perfect. Let's do a small one of those with a medium one off it. So it's just that looks like a round blob. There we go. Great. There we go. I wanted that to look like a real sort of planted area, you know. Random tidbit, I just got my first electric kettle, and I've always forgot that I turn it on because it doesn't whistle when it's hot. So much faster than a stove, whoa. So, Sisu, do you live in the 40s? Like, what? How have you managed this long with an electric kettle? That's incredible. No more Planet Coaster. Again, I'm never going to say never, but right now, no, I've got no interest in playing it. And if I've got no interest in playing it and I force myself to play it, it means I'll make a crap video that nobody enjoys. So why not? Why don't we just wait? Oh, I wonder, do we want one of those for a little bit of height? I'm not loving this one. So maybe we can move this over to here. Oh, and how about we do that? How about we say that's growing up there? That's cool. And then we can go back and put one of these in. Let's see if there's a better shaped one. I think they're pretty small. Yeah, I think the big one actually. A sprig of it coming out the bottom there. There we go. I think you can just sign in that spot. What, like to say about the plants, or I just kind of like it being just like a bit of natural. Because basically, I'm very aware that we've got a big old wall on this side, you know. So I want something that will draw people's eye. What do you like better, Coastal Planet Zoo? I don't know. They're both fun. Beyond Drew, good morning, my friend. I enjoyed your stream with Daniel last night. with Stephen, Stan Wolf, yesterday. It was good fun. Enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Looking forward to oh no, I won't catch tonight. Sorry, we got D&D. Not to make you feel jealous, but I do play D&D twice a week. I don't actually. I play once a week, but I join in with another campaign when they have a break, so I can do some one shots with them. One shots are good fun. But yes, if you don't know, Beyond Drew TV in the chat there is a really great content creator in his own right. Just some awesome Planet Zoo stuff. Just trying to convince him now to play another game as well. Anything. Did you ever make your Jonti Sparrow is not Banksy sign? No, but it could go there. Can any of you read that? Is that readable to anybody? I bought this thing from the Dollar Tree for like $3. I was like, I'm going to write something on there every week, and I put it up there and realised that it is most likely illegible. What's your character like for your other campaign? So tonight, my character is, I'll show you. Like I say, it's a one-shot character, so we just go in, we play the night, and they go away. So the characters very often have very little backstory. Like they'll have just like a sentence long synopsis or something. So let's see. Here he is. Bump. I think you should be able to see him. There you go. His name's Peak. Peak of the Whispering Isle, because he's a tabaxi, and tabaxis very often have names that are like that, like River of the Wandering Canyon or something, but then you'll call him River. Face reveal at 2 subs. Nice, Crocs. Yeah, good. Face reveal at 2 subs, it says. I'm going to try and figure out a way of getting it a little closer so it's readable. So he's a tabaxi arcane trickster rogue. So he's a roguey. He's a bit of a chaddler. He is a bit of a chad. I've never played the buff suave guy before. I always play normally in my full campaigns. I play like miserable grizzled fucks. Like for instance, my main campaign guy. Let's have a look. I'll show you a picture of I think I've showed him on the screen before, but my main campaign guy is Bernard. Where's Bernard? Here he is, Bernie Truckle. So he's who I play every week. He's a grizzled old dude who should have died a long time ago, but he's still holding on. So that's Bernie. So he's who I normally play. So I thought for a one shot, I wanted to play something a bit more adventurous and out there. So I gave him the thingy eyes, what do they call it? What's it called? Thingy Tabaxis. I played D&D as a Tabaxi as well. I love them. Also, I never played as a Tabaxi. I wanted to play a rogue again because I played a rogue a couple of times, and I think I kind of I didn't really quite fully get the sneak mechanics and stuff, so I want to go again. But I've made him an arcane trickster, so he's got a few spells in his things. He's also got a familiar. I don't know if you can see down there. That's that way. That's Snacks the rat. I thought there was something quite ironic about having a cat with a rat pet. So the reason I've made him like this, all sneaky, is because the one shot we're doing tonight is a heist. So we're going to be attempting to break into a building, and we're actually breaking into a brewery to steal the recipe for the beer. That's the outline, I think, is what we're doing. So indeed, stop chewing that. So it's going to be really good fun. So we haven't got so like the focus here isn't on combat at all. So all these spells are things like thaumaturgy, I can never say that word, and like disguise self and all that sort of stuff. So it's all going to be like sneaky Ocean's 11 stuff. But yeah, that's tonight's character anyway. Peak and Snacks. I absolutely adore coming up with characters. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I really do enjoy coming up with them, and I try and do a miniature for each one as well. I haven't printed off Peak yet, but I've got Bernie's done. Where's Bernie? I think I showed him off before. There's Bernie. Oh, and I have a Tabaxi miniature already, who's not a million miles away from Peak. I'll show you those. So here's a Tabaxi mini I have. Again, more of a piratey look, that one, but it's not a million miles from Peak. And then here's Bernie. So I printed off Bernie. He's got his Warhammer handy there and stuff. So yeah, I had a lot of fun coming up with the characters and painting them and stuff. So there we go. Oh, I would like a 1 terabyte micro SD card. They cost between 200 and 400, so I might go for 512. 512's great. Yeah, Prime Day or Black Friday or whatever. So what game is this for? Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. D&D. D&D Beyond. Right, let's have a look for some vines. Not vines. Like what's the creeping? What's the stuff that grows at walls called? Ivy? No, not icy. Ivy. There we go. Okay, there's something on this wall here to make it a bit more. Ivy, thank you. Yeah, vines. Vines wasn't what I was thinking of. Well, it was what I was thinking of, but it was wrong. Get some vines here. Get them right into the little cracks and stuff there, so they're really doing what they want to do, what they need to do. Oh, nice. Oh, that's really... I've quite impressed myself there. In fact, I'm going to go back. Indiana, stop. Don't wag your tail at me. Get on your bed. Bed. She sat off a bed, chewing the corner of a bed. Look at me, them puppy dog eyes. Oh, shit. Okay, let's get that there. That's maybe a bit too much. Let's go for a bit here. There you go. The fun teething and chewing phase. Do you know what? All her teeth are in. She's nearly a year old now. I just think it's boredom, to be honest. But Nicola's staying in bed this morning because she's going on to nights tomorrow. Tonight, sorry. Oh, Christ. Nick's in bed this morning because she's going on to nights tomorrow. So I keep Indy in here with me while I'm streaming. So so she's less of a bother for her. Oh, look at that. That looks good, doesn't it? So, yeah. We'll be all right. As soon as I finish streaming, I'll take her out and throw a ball for a bit outside. Didn't you say how long the Black Friday sales were running through November this year? Some places are doing like just a November sale so they don't have the rush of that one day, but I can imagine that Amazon will probably still try and push it down to one day, so they've only got, because that's what you want. You want that big influx of sales quick, that's because that's more beneficial for a company's point of view, I think, than it having sort of trickling in over a month. I just rescued a new puppy and she tries to eat everything. Oh my goodness. Savannah, have you put puppy pictures on the Discord? And if you haven't, what the hell? My uncle's just getting a new puppy, actually. I'll have to put a picture on the Discord of him. Her, actually. Her name's Betty. Pets channel. Oh, yeah, look, Nalu. I saw these. She's so gorgeous. Look at it. Can I show her on the stream, Savannah? Is that okay? Look at her eyes. Last week I just started using a website called Deku Deals. It allows you to track prices for Switch hardware, accessories, physical, digital. Oh, nice. Is Betty a black dog? She is. She's a black Betty. Yes. I put pictures of the Discord. She's asking. Yes, you can. Yes, thank you. I did see them. Look at this cutie. Oh. We have it's the most active part of our Discord, folks. By the way, if you don't know, is our pets channel. Look at those eyes. She's very gorgeous. And those big old heckin' ears. Proper gremlin ears. But no love for my ballsack rat. Of course we can show the ballsack rats. Let's have a look. Where are they? Here. Ooh, look. These are adorable as well. Here's one ratty and half a ball sack. Piper. That's Piper. Oh, there's three. Oh, I didn't even spot the white one at the back. There's Piper, and then there is Nora, and then Maisie, the white one at the back. Ah. Demonetized. Yeah. I think so. You've lost demonetization on your channel for showing a big hairless ballsack on your videos. It was meant to be about Planet Zoo. All right. Let's get that to work. One blue and one brown eye. What do they call that? I forget the name for it. Is it something like it's not monochromatica, but heterochromatica? Is that it? Oh no, Fitzy, they are adorable. Pet rats or fancy rats are really great pets. They're intelligent, they're very playful, they can learn tricks, they're very clean. Honestly, rats are two different coloured eyes. Well, yeah, it has a proper word. Heterochromia. Oh, that's right, yeah, there we go. I got there in the end. I knew it must be chrome something. Heterochromia, yeah, there you go. Just like Peak. How good's that? All right. So we need some just basic bush. Yeah, something like this. The problem is we're gonna nip through there, aren't we? Unless we keep it really small, which doesn't exist in the Planet games. Look at those cute fur or furless babies. Makes me want one so bad. Ah, Indiana. Do you want a dog who insists on chewing her own bed? Because she's going out in the trash. I love it. I love it when dogs huff at you like that, like they're just sick of your shit. Little swine. Well, that might work quite nicely there, actually. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah. We always had rats growing up. They were some of the best pets I've ever had. Really personable animals that get attached to easily. They do, yeah, they're lovely. Like I say, I've never had them myself. Nicholas had them, and whenever I've been around them, I've always thought, God, they make a great pet. Like I would get one for Xander. Like it makes a great child's first pet. I mean, obviously he's got Indiana, but like one that he can really sort of clean out and stuff. Like he feeds Indy. He's good. He knows how to feed Indiana. And stuff, but yeah, if you want to sort of get a small pet for a kid to help teach them some responsibility and stuff, rats are perfect. Very smart, very clever. Sassy Indy, she's getting a personality now. She is. Can you see her? She's. You want to come and say hello? Is that what you're begging for? You want to come and see everyone? No, you know, don't you? Oh, okay. Look at your big head. Look at this big head. Oh, I know. Oh. Can you see up here? Look. Can you see up here? Can you see up here? So I can see. Oh, I know. You're a horror. Oh. Big dog. Oh yeah, get a good ruffle head, eh? You good girl. Oh, good girl. Right, off you go. Go back to your bed. Oh, look at me. Look at me headphone hair. You're so big. I know. I hope she doesn't grow much more. Can't manage with a much bigger dog. Right, what are we doing? Oh yeah, putting like 3 trees down. Ooh, hello. Excuse me, that's the coffee. Shifting. Okay. I've got 7 fish tanks, a ball python, and a leopard gecko as well. I can't help but love all the critters. Just as Indy came on, I bet say that to a job interview and dog is just what I need to calm me down. Amy, best of luck. I hope it goes well. 3 dogs, 4 cats, a bird, a tortoise, and a snake. My God. A dog and 2 cats is all we've got here. And a child. She's seen chewing herself. Right, I need some wall. Wait, is it awnings and fascias, is it? No, like, where'd you find just like bits of, yeah, like this sort of stuff is what we need. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. Just to trim off this path here. There we go. It kind of matches this stuff. Oh, it does match this stuff exactly. Okay, nice. There we go. You live in a zoo. Wasn't that a movie with like Ewan McGregor or something? We live in a zoo. Or have I just completely made that up? I swear to God, as soon as this stream finishes, Indy, we are cleaning your ears. I don't know if you can hear her, but she gets up on her ear and goes like that. She's not really in pain, but I think she just rolls around in the grass outside and just gets it full of gunk. We bought a zoo. Yeah, that was it. We bought a zoo. I never saw it. I just remember adverts for it vaguely. Matt Damon, there we go. I always get Ewan McGregor and Matt Damon mixed up. Is that weird? Is that one of those common mix-up ones, or is it just me being an idiot? Based on Dartmoor Zoo. Oh, is it really a true story? Matt Damon. Ewan McGregor. Yep, that's cool. Always had big dogs growing up. Once in parents, I was now a baby at 65. Yeah, I'm the same. I've always grown up with big dogs. My grandparents always had Great Danes, Dobermans, Bull Mastiffs. Yeah, always had big doggos, and would never think of getting a small dog, honestly. Not that I dislike small dogs. I genuinely love all dogs. But, yeah, my personal preference is a big old doggo. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Haven't done analysis for this game. You like it? It's one of the better ones for me personally. Yeah, I really enjoyed the architecture, and the animals are a bit more interesting than the other ones. I still haven't been incredibly enthused by any of the DLCs, if I'm honest. I was much more excited, and I used much more the DLCs for Planet Coaster. I really felt like Planet Zoo's DLCs needs to be larger packs with more gameplay changes. So I think it needed to be less aesthetic and more like we should have had a big DLC that was birds and a big DLC that was aquatic animals or semi-aquatic animals even. You know, I definitely think it would have worked better that way than like 3 or 4 animals and some scenery personally. But yeah, of the DLCs, I think this is probably my favourite one, even though I haven't really done as much with it as I have others. Right, I'm not going to take this all the way down yet, because like I say, I'm not 100% sure what's actually going to happen with the path. I just kind of wanted to get a little bit of something there. And I kind of like the juxtaposition of this looking a bit wild and just has kind of happened, and then this being a bit more manicured as the as the kind of newer area. But the idea is definitely come down here and focus on this rather than look at the, you know, the big old grey buildings. Now, what we could do is stick some stuff on the side of this building, which is something I see zoos do quite a lot, actually. You know, like if it's a really plain building that there isn't that much they can do about, they will put stuff on it. Oh, and see, I wasn't thinking plants, but that lattice is pretty neat, isn't it? And that would be a good, you know, reasons to do some more ivy. No, what I was thinking was, where there's a, I can never remember where it is, but there's like a long sheet of like a strip with zebra pattern on it. I thought it was in wall decorations. Do you know the stuff I mean? Flags? Is there a flag section? Oh yeah, flags. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Horizontal zebra pattern. Oh, that's a big old one, isn't it? There we go. Oh, that's actually the exact size. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, bring it down a little to there. I'm not going to leave it zebra coloured. I don't like that so much. So, but we'll go for like there we go, more subtle greeny colour. General props. I like those, but I don't think they work there, and that's more of a showy piece. That might be better over here somewhere, actually. Here, I think. Oh, there's these. They're good, but are we? See, this. The problem is this isn't the Australia area. This building itself isn't Australia area, but it's facing into the Australia area, right? So, you know, would they have? You know, would they have Australian signage here? Or what I was thinking was a bit more generic, kind of like the leaves that we've done on the bridge. Yeah, I was thinking more just this sort of stuff. Just a few of these. And sunk in. This is what I got in my head. Literally just to kind of break up that big old concrete wall for relatively cheap. Like I know these are like wooden plaques, but in my head these are just like vinyl print, you know. You know, the sort of stuff that they put up for a year and it starts peeling off. I'm into generic. Yeah, a little bit of generic. Who knew green zebra stripes? Yeah, that's it. I think because those things, they're really great. Those I would love a few more patterns of them because they're very useful. But yeah, if you take the zebra stripes and make them green, it looks just more like, you know, general jungle-y pattern, you know. So I'm a big fan of it actually. I think that four's a really odd number, but I actually think it's enough. Do a little one as well there, just to get it to be an odd number, because it's wind me up that it's not an odd number. Is there a Planet Zoo like game for the Switch? I don't believe so. I think you can maybe get one of the older Roller Coaster Tycoons actually. 4 is definitely not an odd number. No, sorry, 4 is an even number, but it's odd. It's an odd design choice to have 4. Odd numbers, actual odd numbers, are much more aesthetically pleasing. So 3s and 5s are much nicer than 2s and 4s of something. So we've got 5 leaves there. There we go. I think that's cool. That's a nice little break. You get RC3 on the Switch. There you go. Yeah, so RC3, I mean, it's not zoos, but similar kind of creative process. There we go. It's odd how even it is. Yeah, there you go. Don't want to sound like a pain, because I'm sure people have asked this many times before, but how's Pinewood been doing? Yes, you are a pain, Ryan. I joke, of course. Many people have asked it though. Pinewood's not currently been working on. I'm not really been playing Planet Coaster right now. So what I think I'm going to do is just concrete this space here. I think that would look good. Well, it wouldn't look good, but it would look right. You know? So I think if I just sort of come, probably say, like all of this really is going to be concreted, right? All this sort of staff area, and I think it would make sense to have that come down to the path here, rather than try and do another little bordery spot. I know there's a lot of green in zoos, but sometimes I think it's important to have some of the, you know, and RCC Studios has zoos in it. Oh yes, of course it does. Sorry, I was thinking of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Yes. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 does have animals in it, actually, yes. Correct. He says. It's not concrete, it's plaster, isn't it? The flat panels. Is it those ones? Yeah, there we go. Okay. If you want some Planet Coaster content, I'm currently watching Mass Bandit's Pumpkin Palooza Park to get in a full mood. Yeah, that was a great little series, that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Pumpkin patches, and there was like he did a couple of animals. He did like a donkey or like a pig racing or something. Staff area be more function than looking good. Makes sense. Yes, of course. Yeah, definitely. So this area here that we're working into would definitely be concreted. Like, I have no issues there. It's just whether or not it would come down this far. But I think just this little bit, yeah, I could see this little bit here being just concrete. Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do at all. What did I press then? Oh, make a blueprint. No, we want that one. Manage scenery as a group. What a dee 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 doo. Could make that area into a food court where you could look into the koala habitat. That's a really good idea, actually. We haven't really got much in the way of... I don't think we've got any food yet, actually. So that's not a bad idea, because the food court could share the backstage of this area. I like it, Jason. I think we'll. I think that could well be what we move ahead to do. Good stuff. Let's try that, and that would explain the concrete even more. And my moments. Yes, I'm the same. They're very few and far between, eh? But when they are, you're like Yoda, Jason. You don't say much, but the stuff you do say is quality. I'll just take that to the... I mean, it really needs to get to the edge of that building there, doesn't it? I hope that doesn't really upset the... I'll take it to there just so we haven't got to use an extra piece. And then here can be that. Oomph. And then we just got to get rid of the grass underneath it. There we go. And we'll carry on that one between now. Quality, nice. We can call the place that. Quality cabbage. I don't know. What can we buy? What can we sell that begins that will be that would be alliterative with quality? Quality. I can't think of a single word that to do with food that begins with a k sound. Morning, Jonti. Gone catch some sleep for the last one. Oh, hi, AC Simeon. Welcome. Nice to have a sleep though. You obviously need it. Quality corn dogs. Nice. Do we sell corn dogs in the game? Is that one of the things? Also, without concrete in these little places, it would be a pain to maintain the grass. Oh, yeah, exactly. You've got to get rid of the grass, but it was whether or not. Kitchen, quality kitchen. I like quality kitchen. Quality custard. Just a bowl of it. Cakes, kumquats. Kebabs. Yeah, kebabs is good. Quality colour, quality cookies. I think quality kitchen, we could call the whole area quality kitchen. I like that. I like that. Quality kitchen, and we can have a few different places with some tables. Welcome to the quality kitchen. People would feed the animals. No, they wouldn't have access to them. You've got to have food somewhere, and they're always going to be near the animals at some point because you're in a zoo. It'll be set back a little bit. I'm not talking about having like hot dogs here. Yeah, quality kitchen. I like it. That's next week's. That's tomorrow's. We can start that tomorrow anyway. Wee woo. Boom boom boom. Da dum ba dum boom. Okay. So we need a fence. There we go. We want just like a plain. Is there just like a plain wooden fence in the game? That's kind of crazy that there isn't. I mean, not like the big wood one we can build for habitats, but just like a wood panel fence. Really isn't, is there? How weird. Yeah, we're gonna make one, but anyway, we'll make one out of that. First time I've quite a while. Got so busy. Nice to be back. Hi Gemma, welcome back. Thank you. We've to be honest with you, we haven't really been streaming that much lately. Anyway, so you haven't really missed loads. There we go. That I think the thinner one is probably better size-wise, but I prefer the colour of the Australian one. But those are what we've got to play with, though. Basically, it's those two. The New World mural piece. Oh. That's exactly what I wanted. Why on earth is that called New World Mural? That's perfect. Thank you, Bold Equine. It's a good name. Look at that. What on earth is that called? New World Mural. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Ridiculous. It's tall as well. What we might have to do is do two. Does it clip much? Because it needs a band at the bottom, doesn't it? Maybe turn it upside down. Can't just have a band at the top there. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that slight clip. Anyone watching good TV or movies lately? I can't remember the last time I really sat down and watched something on TV or movies. I quite liked. I watched the first episode of The Umbrella Academy, and it was weird as hell, but I kind of was into it, and I just haven't got around to watching the next one yet. Oh, that's really annoying. So nice to boss here. Hey, Hearty boy, how's it going? Don't worry about it. We're going to be here for another 20 minutes or so. So you're all good. You can still join in with us. Have fun. Parental Economy is great, especially the first season. Parental Economy is really good so far. I just finished season 1. Oh my god, I watched Utopia on Prime, and that's really good. Oh yeah, that looked good. Is that the one with Dwight Schrute? I can never remember the guy's name. Rainn Wilson, is that one? I haven't got Amazon Prime at the moment, actually. We got rid of it when we realised that in Canada, Amazon Prime meant it'll get there in a week as opposed to 2 weeks. So we gave up. Rainn Wilson. It's a good name, that. Even though I can never remember it. Okay, there we go. So what have we done today? We've done that little vignette. So let's start to... we just like Cobra Kai. Nice little nostalgia show. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that it's a really good nostalgia kick. I was never a real Karate Kid fan, so I don't know whether or not I would find it much of a kick. Oh, I just realised we've used a different colour floor here. Annoyingly. So at some point the concrete changes. Well, we can deal with that. Can use a flexicolour wood panel instead if it clips too much. We could do. I'm okay with it, I think. It's not the best... No. It's not the best, like, no clipping job, but it's not the worst. And obviously we can just pop it like that, and then no issues. That I can totally deal with that. I don't watch TV. The only thing I've been watching is Pinewood Hills. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I don't watch much TV at all, to be honest. Yeah, but Cobra Kai is hilarious. Is it really? You don't have to have been into Karate Kid to get references in and stuff. Stream has been a lovely distraction from the depressing spreadsheet work. I like placing rocks more. Oh, awesome! You're not working on the UK government's track and trace system, are you? In Excel. We see Return of City Skylines series? No, I never really get on with City Skylines. It's one of those games that I really enjoy watching, but don't particularly enjoy playing myself. Quite happy with that. I like this really random, like, different fabrics and stuff. We should not get off track. Off track? Do you mean? What? Why? What are we not getting off track about? Caught that on TV once, loved it, especially after having gone to Chester in real life. Really funny show by itself, kind of similar to Schitt's Creek. Oh, really? Oh, I'll give it a go because I love Schitt's Creek. Oh, that's what we've got to watch, because the new series has just come onto Netflix here in Canada, so we can finally watch the final series of it. I can't wait. So glad to see Overcrowd back. Thank you, Artie Boy. Yeah, we're going to be... get that a lot. Loads of the saying we're saying it's a game you'd rather watch the play. Yeah, it's a weird one, right? But I do. I love watching people who are really creative in it do stuff, and I just can't get on with it. The problem is, a few times I've sat down with the best intentions of doing an awesome City Skyline series, and then I spend an hour looking at stuff on the workshop and then never get ready to do anything. All right, Matt, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Coffee with Jonti. Everything's simultaneously on track and off track. Oh yeah. We're not. I mean, we happen to be playing Planet Zoo, but the main thing is that we're all sitting and drinking coffee and chatting. How's your son going? He's going well. He's in daycare, so he's chilling out in daycare at the moment. So this building here, this is the auction building. That really doesn't have to stay there, honestly. I mean, that is just down so that we can put animals in. So I may get rid of that rather than try and work it into a build. I know I must drink. I don't drink. Oh no, you're more than welcome here. Coffee with Jonti. I drink coffee. He's drinking Timmy's. No, Mackey's. Mickey D's. I don't mind Timmy's. I'm one of the few people that doesn't mind Timmy's coffee, but I do think Mackey's coffee has just got the edge at the moment. It's just a little sweeter, a little nicer. Well, I say sweet. I don't have any sugar, but it's just a little more palatable. Can you tell us about your past life as a magician? What you want to know? What is that? What's that bin? Oh, that's not a bin. Recycling? Do we not have a... Next time you go to Timmy's, get a white hot chocolate with chai tea bag. Best thing you'll put... Oh, no, that sounds awful. Sorry. Anything sweet like that, it's not my thing at all. This is black and wet, and that's what I need my hot drinks to be, I'm afraid. Yeah, facilities. No, I don't mean like actual ones that work. Like, I'm sure there was like a behind-the-scenes trash... These... Oh, that's made. Do we not have one of these in the game? I think Paulsley made this. Do we not have one of those in the game? There's one in Planet Coaster, isn't there? That's kind of crazy for something that's for a game that's so focused on like that's meant to be focused on like the environment and stuff. You'd think they'd be really into getting some like recycling bins and stuff. Yeah. Paul's made it. Yeah, that's right. He did like a whole set of backstagey stuff, right? Like I think all of these are his. I think these wheelie bins are his as well. Oh my god, my cousin just got a driver's license. Oh my god, time flies. We'll bear 1 sec, so. There we go. My cousin has just got his provisional driver's license, and the other week my auntie, his auntie as well, just got a new car. So I just sent him a message saying, "Oh yeah, you asked James to let you use a car." Mass Bandy. There's so many great bits and bobs in the backstage and small details on the workshop. It's a slog trying to find them all. Hey buddy, I was just we were just chatting about D&D before, about how you were doing a great job DMing for. I've just picked up the same pissing colour. How you doing a great job DMing for us, and how Beyond Drew and S-Dan had such a blast. They were here before, and they were saying that they couldn't wait again for Sunday to come. The concrete slabs extend too far. No, they don't. Do they? Oh, they do. Ah, womp womp. Womp womp. There we go. I mean, actually, they probably do need to extend that far. And there'd be some, but I don't know what this is. It's going to be a little flower bed probably, with it being so close to the entrance. But yeah, I'm not sure. I have coffee too. Hurrah! Sorry if this sounds personal, but does it cost a lot to text the UK from Canada? I have no idea. We use things like WhatsApp and stuff that just message over internet. So I imagine it probably does cost, but we just don't use it. Please can you say this afterwards? Yes, it'll go up on the channel afterwards. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, we were talking about your Pumpkin Palooza park from last fall. It was really good as well. Heist for the win. Yeah, that's we were talking about that as well. I showed everyone Peak, ready for tonight. I'm just hoping. Have you got an idea for start time? I'm slightly worried that Nicola's in work tonight, and Xander's been a bit of a nightmare going to bed at a decent time during the week because he naps at nursery. They have to let them nap at nursery, annoyingly, whereas he doesn't nap at home anymore. So I'm hoping a start time of around 8:15 Eastern will be acceptable, because I'm going to try and get into bed at about 7:45. That's like 2 falls ago now. Was it really? I suppose last fall we had Planet Zoo, right? Yeah. So yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. It was good though. I enjoyed it. Boo! Oh, hey Autumn, how's it going? We usually start at 8 your time, but we don't actually start until then. Yeah, so I'm hoping I might have to just come in and get going rather than miss the little chatter, So we'll see. But yeah, he's. I'm going to do my best to. I'm absolutely going to wear him out. Basically, that's my plan: is to get him home from daycare and run him ragged for 2 or 3 hours, and then do bath, warm milk, book. You know, I'm gonna pull out all the stops tonight to get that kid exhausted and tired. That's gonna be the plan anyway. Jumping in while it's quiet, I may have to shoot off. Hey, no worries. We're going to be finishing up soon anyway. The plan of these daily streams is to do about an hour and a half most days. Yeah, I wish I was a fly on the wall for that game. I would love to record them, but I completely appreciate that some of the folks who play aren't content creators and don't really necessarily want their lives to be out on the internet for all to see. I totally get that. We forget sometimes as content creators, I think, that not everyone wants to be the big shining star that we all do. But there are, I think in the future I would like to do some sort of content creation regarding D&D. Whether that's necessarily sort of showing all of the games, or whether it's more of like a tips and advice and ideas channel or something like that maybe me and Mass could do some videos for, and maybe some of the other guys if they really get into it, which I think they're going to. Oh, so when you said you're going to go outside and toss tennis balls, you meant for your son, not Indy. Yeah. So I'll go and take Indy out now for a bit, and then when Xander gets home, I'll put him on a leash. And once our Sunday groups come to me, we might consider it. We're all mostly content. Yeah, that's it. Sunday group is mostly content creators, and the ones who aren't content creators are very aware of what we do, and they're members of the Bro Nation, and they understand the sort of the grind. So. Yeah, that could be definitely something we look towards, I think, yeah. I just want to select... Is that paint? Oh, look at that. I thought that was mulch. Ooh, in that case, we need to do something about these walls, because we're not going to be able to cover that in mulch. So that's how wide that is now. So we might be able to get away with... I'm not doing that. Could always just podcast it. Yeah, could do. I've done podcasts in the past. I've done a few different podcasts now, and I find them difficult to gain traction with. And as much as I hate to admit it, I'm a bit of a sucker for wanting things to do well. Like, I don't like making content for the sake of it. I want people to watch it, and I think everyone does really. Because if you didn't, why would you bother uploading it to YouTube? But oh, I can't do that. But yeah, I always find that podcasts are really quite difficult to gain traction, whereas I know YouTube, like I know how to get content viewed on YouTube, to an extent. Obviously, a lot of it is random, but yeah, I feel like podcasts are a bit tricky. So I would prefer to do video, and I prefer watching video as well. I suppose the option is there to make something video and then also release it as a podcast. I'll do that, but. Wednesday group, my wife is part of it, and she has no interest in being recorded in any capacity. Yeah, there you go. I think a couple of others as well. I don't want to. I would hate for your wife to think that it was all resting on her. I think there's a few people, and I wouldn't even ask them. It's not expected. But yeah, I think our Sunday group would most likely be happy to relatively do that. Ever thought Planet Coaster? Ever thought what about Planet Coaster? Then I watch YouTube videos. They're more convenient for me. Yeah, that's fine. And maybe we could produce it as a podcast as well for people. My thing is I watch more YouTube content because I don't really drive anywhere. Like, I sit here all day with a second monitor, a third monitor. So, KFC Australia is a new thing called popcorn chicken slab. Wow, what's that? They just got like a whole chicken, and I thought this said coffee with joints. Well, nice. An upper and a downer. Like playing Planko again. Oh, no. Right, plant-wise, I don't know, so I'm going to leave that for now. But we've neatened that area up. That area is all neat now. I listen to my favourite D&D store in the grocery store every Sunday. Nice. Doesn't buy groceries, just stands there with his headphones on. Popeye's greater than KFC. Mary Brown's is the best chicken round here. Mary Brown's chicken and taters, it's called, and I love it. Do you still do videos on modelling? Haven't for a while, to be honest with you. I haven't really had time or inclination. I've got so many different fingers in pies right now that some stuff's had to fall at the wayside a little bit. And with Geekism sort of coming back to full speed now, and with the Game Chamber, those are kind of my two, and D&D, although that isn't really a job, that takes up a hell of a lot of time, so yeah. 8-year-old, I'm watching you. Hi kiddo. 8 months old, what an age, that's awesome. Right, I think we're going to leave it there before we start anything new. So tomorrow then, I think Koala Food Court, Koality Kitchen is a great idea. Yeah, it's a great idea. More Overwatch today. More Overcrowd today. I've never played Overwatch in my life. More Overcrowd today, and a new game tomorrow as well. So exciting stuff. Is the streaming going to be daily? Weekdays, yes. So Monday to Friday weekdays for the most part. Like occasionally, I like yesterday I had to miss because I had a thing. But yeah, for the most part, the plan is that I drop Xander off at daycare. I go and pick up a coffee. We sit down and we chat and we mess around in a game. Most likely, plan is to. His name is Jackson. He just waved back to you. Hi, Jackson. Hey, kiddo. Be good for mum and dad, okay? Or be good for grown-ups, okay? Shouldn't assume, should I? A lot of Aussies here, I see. Yeah, this time in the morning we get some Aussies, yeah, because it's later for them, right? See you tomorrow then. Yeah, awesome. Well, I'll see you later, actually, but yeah, see you tonight. There you go. Cool. Right. Thanks, guys. Enjoyed myself today, guys and girls. I've had a lot of fun. And we've got 100 views again, which is nice after a breakaway. That's pretty good. Have a great day. Love you all to bits until tomorrow. Be good.